All right, so I'm going to talk about my process for cleaning an interior using rinseless. So this is my go-to method if a vehicle's not super dirty. If there is a lot of grime and if it's like a mechanic's vehicle, then I won't go with this method. I'll go with something a little bit stronger like an all-purpose cleaner, diluted to the proper dilution ratio. So for this method, I have a rinseless dampened microfiber. It is not dripping, it is just damp, just enough to have liquid on that I can put onto the surface. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll start up at the ceiling and look for any dirty areas that can be cleaned. So in this case, I see a little bit here that can be wiped up. So I start with the rinseless to see if that'll take care of it. If I can't clean something on the headliner, I'll step up to my spot cleaner, which is an encapsulation cleaner, and that works very well on headliners. I may need that here. There are a couple spots over here on the plastic that need to be cleaned up. So I'm just gonna wipe this all down, just give it a quick rub. And then while I'm here, rinseless is a very good glass cleaner. So I can go ahead and start wiping down these glass components at the same time and get this spot here. Okay. So this area is all taken care of. Give the A-pillar a wipe down really quick. Now I'm ready to move on to the glass. So I start off with working my way from the top and work my way down. I'm gonna hit the glass immediately because I don't wanna have the dirty microfiber that I'm gonna use on the dash and then go up to the glass because that may transfer some of the dirt from the dashboard. So I'm gonna start with the glass, get that encapsulation going with the rinseless, and then I'll move on to the dashboard. Now I'm gonna leave the glass wet while I work on the dashboard. This is gonna give it a chance to dry a little bit, and then I can come in with my glass towel and wipe up afterwards. So now I go straight into the dashboard, wipe down all of the dash components with the rinseless. This towel is still damp, so it's still gonna be effective. At this point, I've done the headliner, I've wiped down the glass, and I've done the top part of the dashboard. At this point, I'm ready to reapply rinseless to my towel. So I'm gonna dip it into my bucket here, wring this out so that way it is just damp. Now I'm gonna go right into the steering wheel. Rinseless is a very effective cleaner if there is makeup or hand lotion or stuff like that that is on the steering wheel or the turn signals. This is gonna be a very efficient way of cleaning this up. So I'm gonna go through, wipe down the steering wheel. This is gonna clean off any body oils and makeup that may exist here. Okay. With this method, you can't get into the cracks and crevices over here, so there is another way of doing this that works very efficiently. Using your air gun microfiber towel, you're going to lay your towel over the area that you want to clean, and you're going to blow air right through that. Now I'm going to drop the dash, or drop the steering wheel. Try to get into this back area here, clean this up. So at this point, I have wiped down all of the dash components here in the driver's area. I'll give the mirror a quick wipe down. Because of the rinseless, the water spots will not stay on the surface. These are polymer water spots, so they'll wipe away pretty easily. Same thing, I'll get this mirror up here while I'm here. All right, that one's all set. So now I'll go ahead and give this a wipe down. And I'm using a low nap towel, so you can use a low nap microfiber, or in this case, I'm using just a low nap terry towel that I got from Car Supplier's warehouse. Give this a quick wipe down, and then I'll use the dry side just to buff clean. So at this point, it has been a little over probably 7 minutes or so. I've got the entire driver area done, including the window. And now I can move on to other areas of the vehicle. So the last part that I have to do is this center console here. The top part is fabric. I'm still going to wipe it down with the rinseless because, believe it or not, rinseless is also an effective fabric cleaner. As long as it's just surface dirt, this should wipe up pretty easy. So I'll start off with this, give this a quick wipe down. There are some areas here that are a little dirtier, so I'm going to go at this with a dedicated fabric cleaner. And a drill brush, and then also the steam cleaner to clean up the seats, but those should come out fine. So I'm going to start wiping down the plastic components here around the center console. And while I'm here, I'm also going to wipe down the door jambs because this is an encapsulation cleaner. It is going to remove the dirt, and once I dunk it into the bucket, it's going to release from the microfiber, and then I'm going to have a clean microfiber again. So I'll go ahead and wipe this down so I can knock out the door jambs the same time that I'm doing the door panel, which will save me a little bit of time. All right, so at this point I've wiped everything down. It's all looking good. I started with the windows, worked my way around this area, wiped down all the plastics. I will come back through with interior clean and protect just to give the interior a nice wipe down and even out all the areas here, so that way it's all clean. But at this point, my window's still damp. I can go through and do my wipe down and do my interior window at this point. Now that everything's been cleaned, this wipes off really easy. So the majority of the rinseless is evaporated away. What's left is actually gonna help me with cleaning the window. So then I'll go ahead and buff the rest of it out. Doing my normal boxing technique. Go around the window. And then once you have that, then you can go ahead and buff the rest of it clean. And then do the small window here. So that is my typical interior maintenance process. So whether your car is cleaned once a month or if you're doing a normal detail, this I happen to be doing on a normal detail, but the process still works. So if you are cleaning your car weekly with rinseless, start with the interior, wipe down all the panels, and then you can do the windows at the same time, give those a wipe down before you go to your panels, and then in between each panel, rinse out your towel so that way you're starting with a clean, fresh towel every time you go to your windows. Once those are all wiped down, you can follow up with a product like an interior clean and protect or some other interior protection. And then once you have that all done, then you can move on to the outside. Just because the water's a little dirty doesn't mean that it's not going to be an effective cleaner once you get to the outside. It is not going to induce any scratching. So do the interior first, then work on the outside, and it is going to save you so much time when you do your maintenance wash.